Hey, hi, yeah, it's Dylan here. Sorry to do a little interruption here, but there's a couple things we need to talk about before this episode starts. One being that there are a little bit darker topics talked about in this episode, so it's a little bit different than what we've talked about before, but it's still good to hear about and listen to. The other thing is that we might be taking a little bit of a break, and that's just because everyone's been super busy. The past couple episodes have been pretty spread out just because of our schedules and everything like that. But it's just sort of this period of time that we're in. Over the next couple of weeks, it should be back to normal, and we should be able to put out a once a week episode, you know what I mean? And it'll be really good. But for the next episode, which will also be episode 10, it might not be out for a couple weeks. However, it's not going to be another normal episode or something like that. We got big plans for it that we are all extremely excited for. So just to let you know, we are not dead. And yeah, see you in a couple weeks.
Do you guys think that your genital girth, so say like a solid like 9 incher with like solid girth on it, relates to your social economic status in America?
Like, the bigger the
I
richer?
feel like the bigger, the more respected you are socially, and thus you become richer. Yes.
The, maybe. I
I
don't
don't. I
know.
don't
I
think.
haven't gone around town going, I have a 9-inch
I don't
peener.
think most people get
Respect me.
wealthy just from
Give
that
me
fact.
money.
I think it has to do with a lot of other things.
Like, imagine if the presidential campaign, like the election, for just comparing schlong sizes on TV.
Dude,
Pretty much.
that's the kind of
What it feels
president.
like at
That
this
would
point.
that would scare a lot of evil people
That's
out of
exactly
there.
what I would do, though. Like, I would immediately just be like, all right, well, I'm rocking a solid like 7 incher. What are you rocking, pussy?
Oh my god.
1 inch long, 13 inches wide. Motherfuckers call me the hubcap.
Motherfuckers call me the drain snake. All right.
Oh,
Just do your stupid intro,
fucking
dude.
Christ.
All right, welcome back to Douche-Cast. I'm Kai, joined with Brendan and Dylan as per usual.
Die.
Yep.
Today's episode 9, and I have one more question to ask before I introduce the topic. Actually, no, I'll introduce the topic, then ask the question because it kind of relates into it. So, the topic is
Process plan.
so we're going to talk about YouTube, basically allegations and situations that have happened,
Where
specifically.
we are?
Yeah, that's the episode.
Oh, sick.
This motherfucker.
I
We
wasn't
talked
informed,
about
okay?
this.
We literally talked about this last.
You and I literally had a one-on-one.
What?
Yeah,
What
about,
are you?
about
Like,
other things.
usually
about
I'm on
other
your
things.
side. We had a one-on-one
About
with
other
this.
things.
You are going absolutely
We
schizophrenic.
talked about, like, hey, we should do like scandals with like big people.
That
You
was
know what I
not
mean?
me. I was talking about actors and film and the Oscars and our opinions on all of that.
Lies and blasphemy.
What do you mean? I literally, that's what I was like, oh, that'd also be a good idea. Is it?
Deceit.
Anyways,
Anyways.
specifically, we'll be talking about 2 YouTube scandals, Pyrocynical and Quite, which is Quite's much more recent, but Pyrocynical is a lot more like a year ago now-ish. Somewhere.
Maybe like 2 years ago, maybe. I don't
We're
know.
basically going to be talking about the idea of cancel culture along with the idea of how jumping and believing the victim is not always the best idea. While supporting the victim is important, believing them absolutely without hearing a rebuttal is not always the best idea. Anyone with a furry profile. All right, and then my first question would be, what do you guys think it means to be a man?
How does
Yeah,
this
how
at
does
all
that
have
relate
to
with
do with
freaking
Give me the
YouTube
fucking
scandals, my
answer,
guy?
you pieces of shit.
what does it mean to be
Yes.
a man? Like, in my
Yeah.
own eyes?
Yeah, in our own eyes or in this society?
Both, if you can think of a description for both. What is it in your eyes, and what do you think society's description of a man is?
All right.
Do you have yours yet, Dylan, or do you want me to take the lead on this one?
Oh, you can go first.
So, like, for a definition of being a man, like my definition, is honestly the same definition that I would have for like being a decent person. You know what I mean? Like, behaving yourself, being proper, and as well as being able to like handle yourself mentally, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
No.
Because like in terms of like mental health and stuff, like it's 100% fine for someone to have like be mentally like unwell. Not talking about like illnesses or whatever, but like if you like, I feel like if you can properly fuck. Sorry, I'm pulling a Joe Biden right now.
If you can handle your emotions during extreme situations, say like somebody dies, or say, another one, you've been accused of something, and you can hold yourself without using your emotions of getting very angry. You can
Bingo.
hold yourself accountable on your emotions without getting angry, without lashing out. That is more what it's seen to be a man.
Yeah, and then for uh modern depictions, I mean, do I even need to say it? Big burly alpha male solo wolf, don't need anyone, but wants a traditional old school wife. I don't know.
All right, Dylan?
What it means to be a man is be strong in your own aspects. If you're gonna be a certain way, have a certain personality, be strong, confident in it. And
Mm-hmm.
if it's wrong, then you'll know, and you should be able to adapt and I don't know, be like Brendan was saying, be able to control not only your emotions, but I feel like just your entire self.
Yeah, just yourself. Conduct yourself in a manner that will not get you arrested.
Yeah.
I
Um,
What about a societal one? What you think society views men as, or what a man should be?
what I think and now know, um, I don't live by it or try and make myself that way because I know it's completely wrong. But I feel like society has now viewed men as you should not be showing emotion no matter how bad it is. Your opinions and everything you say is invalid. Uh, you should just be able to tough through everything and have to provide for everyone. If there's one single thing that I don't like about you, then I don't like you whatsoever and want nothing to do with you. Um, it's just become super hard for men, I feel like. And I've
I
had
feel
some instances like that. Um, Sometimes when it's joking, but then later I think about it and I'm like, man, that is actually, though, like, obviously they didn't mean that, but that's kind of just how it is now. And it's pretty bad, man.
Oh fuck! I need to check my laundry. I don't know what's gonna go
Sick.
off. It's in the dryer. Fucking beep boo beep boo. Not to interrupt you. I'll be right back.
I personally speaking, right? This motherfucker. I feel like being a man is some more simple things. Like you hold the door open for a lady, right? Those are some like traditional things. Those are like the baseline things you need to get down. You need to be respectful. You need to have manners. I know everybody should have that, but there's simple things that men do that are just a bit different.
And
I
now they
do that.
don't want us to do that. I
Yeah,
don't
I know.
understand. I'm
And
just trying to be freaking nice, dude.
And I feel like society wants a strong, confident man who also knows how to access his emotions at the very same time. But you cannot have one with the other. You can't
Yeah,
have
at the
someone
same.
who's stoic, strong all the time, always there for you, always there to be a hug, always there to be a punching bag no matter what, and then be super caring and always have his emotions on his sleeves and he's ready to talk about them no matter what. And you can't have both, and I think everybody wants both for some reason, and it just doesn't work that way.
Well, especially you can't especially have both when you're always putting them under pressure and always telling them to do this and this and this and that you're doing this wrong, even though they're already trying their best.
So
Like,
one thing about the subject matter
ugh.
of this, which is why I brought up what you think it means to be a man, is some of the subject matter in this is the R word, aka rape. Yeah, pretty intense. That is some of the borderline subject matter, along with sexual assaults, blackmail, like emotional manipulation, all that kind of stuff. Like strong words and everything like that. are the underlying subjects. That's why I asked, what do you think it means to be a man? Because I know in my heart, most men, they find it abhorrent, those words. They hate those kind of crimes. They think it's some of the worst shit a man could ever do.
It's because it kind of is.
It is, unless it murder. I think murder is probably the only one that's probably worse, but that's about it.
Yeah, murder, manslaughter, genocide, that stuff.
What we do usually on Thursdays. But
It's Thursday?
no, it's
Is it?
Tuesday.
No, it's Tuesday.
No,
Thursday.
so what?
Continue.
Okay. So like, let's take in the Quite situation because I know Brendan wants to talk about the pyrocynical one. So Quite is, from what I can tell at least, because I don't think he ever stated it, I'm pretty sure Quite is gay. All right, that's just
Can you
that
explain who that is? Because I don't even know who that is.
So do you know who pyrocynical is?
Yes.
So pyrocynical commentary YouTuber. Quite,
I'm back.
yeah,
Sorry.
we could tell. Quite is also a commentary YouTuber, so they both do that kind of thing. They make comments on certain like random videos, whatever they're feeling, that kind of thing. I've watched like one or two of Quite's videos, and I watched someone who he collaborated with a lot on anime stuff. But I know for like not a fact, but I feel like Quite is like from the way he spoke about having like boyfriends, I believe. I assume Quite is gay or bisexual or something like that. And the main kind like subject of his cancellation, which was quite recent, was about 3 weeks ago. A huge twitlonger, because of course it was on Twitter, came out from this person named Orion, and Orion is a trans man, so woman to man, accusing Quite of rape, sexual assault, emotional abuse, a lot of stuff like that. And Quite, not 3 days ago now, made a response video to this that absolutely deconstructed the entire argument, showed that Quite was not only innocent, but anything that he ever did, like quote unquote wrong, aka getting mad, was justified because Orion, from the moment Quite cut them off, was trying to not only cancel Quite, but make sure Quite's life was ruined. And that's exactly what Orion has now done. Tried to ruin Quite's life with this hard accusation with no evidence to back it up whatsoever. Even going so far as to release a fake medical document signed by a freaking scribble, literal scribble, stating that they have emotional abuse things and all that kind of stuff that was very clearly forged and is fake just to try to support their claim more, and is not working. But
I remember seeing the doctor note, and I was like, "Who the fuck is this?
fucking schizo.
Are they Russian and dyslexic?
Dr. Schizo is what I like to call them.
Dr. Schizo.
But the
But
man being
Yeah.
accused is a man, so obviously.
he Quite
He's
got
invalid.
accused as a man, and if you want to look at this from a like an outwards more perspective, Orion technically being biologically female could make this even a lot worse for Quite, because it means any new person that comes to Quite either through Twitter is going to end up seeing that, and they're going to notice exactly, like, they're going to notice this. They're going to notice that, okay, this is on his record now. Maybe I don't want to be associated with him. And Quite, like during Quite's argument, they pointed out how Orion was manipulative, codependent, all of this kind of stuff. And it's just it opened my eyes up to something that everybody jumped on the bandwagon, except for quite a few notable YouTubers, aka Moist Critical. Moist Critical never made a video about it until Quite posted theirs, and everyone was giving Charlie shit for it until that video came out, and Charlie was like, "Ha, fuck you guys. You jumped on the bandwagon, you followed the thing on Twitter, and guess what? It didn't work. Guess what?
And now you look
And now everyone's
silly.
deleting their Twitter, things and saying, "Oh, I believed him all along. Oh, I was with him the entire time. Of course. Why wouldn't I believe him? He's so cool. Best man ever." He even got forced to reveal his face because he was an anonymous YouTuber, but he had to do a forced face reveal because of this. And in his hour-and-a-half video, that's what he did. He showed his face.
Yeah, because wasn't there like dox threats or something like
He
that?
was doxxed. There wasn't threats. He was
Oh,
doxxed.
I didn't hear it went through. I just heard about
Yeah,
threats.
there's that.
But something I wanted to add about the when like the whole expanding the view type of thing is like regardless of what happens, like even if Quite was guilty or not, it's still massively defamatory. Because, like, not even considering monetary wise, but, like, think about looking at it from a sponsorship
Lost
perspective.
like
Like, you're a fucking
tons,
big old
tons of
head
money gone.
running a company that, I shall look into coit today. You're like, oh, nope, rapist. Even though it wasn't true. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Like, it's just absolutely insane how, like, how easy it is for people, especially Twitter users. Sorry, this episode's gonna kind of harp on them, but
Fuck all of them, bro.
but like how easily they're affected by mob mentality. Like one person agrees, and everyone's gotta go
Like,
and
I even
agree.
saw it on TikTok. Everyone's comments, was like, man, I used to look up to him so much. I can't believe he did that. Oh, well, would you look at it now? Looks like he didn't do that. Looks like the person you supported was a liar. Now, what Orion did also hurts when witnesses or people who have actually, like, been the victims of assault want to come out. When they want to, they see this type of mob mentality of, like, someone lied about it, and now, like, dude, why would I want to come out? I'm just going to get flamed for it, or someone might not believe me, right? It's okay to believe the victim, but wait until a response from the accused is given. That will tell you almost everything you need
Hmm.
to know.
Always listen to both sides
The
of
airtight,
evidence.
like,
Like
if your
you,
evidence is airtight,
oops, sorry.
like, no, sorry, if your evidence is airtight, obviously that makes more sense. That makes more sense why you'd want to. Orion's was not airtight. Their evidence was fucking flimsy at best, if you really look through it.
Yeah,
Same thing with the pyrocynical one, which I assume Brendan's going to be doing. And yeah, you weren't here for this because I just explained this, but I asked what you think it means to be a man, because as a man, when you see things like this happen, right? This is a scary ass situation, right? To ever happen.
absolutely
Like,
terrifying.
this has just happened to men, and you keep seeing how so many people jump on them specific, and you think, like, you sympathize for them as well, because you know that they didn't do anything wrong, and you can put yourself in their shoes, and you'd hope that would never happen to you ever in your life. Otherwise, you'd be screwed.
Hmm. Yeah, I was speaking of Pyrocynical, I was actually watching his video on the whole thing, and uh he was talking about is like when it comes to picking a side, you should always listen to both sides of evidence, like how we were saying. Of course, you could still feel bad for the victims, like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry that you had to go through this or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? But you always need to listen to both sides because they both tell vastly different stories, but there's always like two things that connect. You know what I mean?
There's also the pyrocynical side. I'm not sure what Orion's done. That the person who accused pyrocynical, I know as soon as the drama, like in the popularity, started to flood to him and everything, they started to promote and release music, which
Yeah.
just kind of seems they jumped on the bandwagon of hype. Um, but it's the
Pretty
so when it
much.
comes to stuff like this, though, there's also like what's his name though, the Slazo situation. If you ever heard about that one. Uh,
No, I didn't
this
hear
one
about that
actually
one
got like
actually.
was really really big because Quite jumped on this one and even accused Slazo, and then not even a year and a half later, Quite got accused.
Oh wait, Slazo, that was
Not
that
Slazo, not
fucking
Slazo. Was it? What's his fucking name? I just said it. It's not Slazo, is it?
He
It
just
might
said
just be.
Slava.
the guy who like reacts to memes and
Oh
shit, the
yes,
British
yes,
guy?
yes. Slazo. Yes,
What the fuck? How I could not see him doing anything.
Slazo got accused of assaulting an ex-girlfriend of his, and so from his perspective, he technically did do some inappropriate things, and he sounded like a fucking piece of shit. But he came up front and admitted that he was not the most mature because when he was dating the girl, she was 16 and he was like 17 or 18. He
Hmm.
admitted that, but he said categorically that he did nothing like sexual with them because no. And when the Slazo thing happened,
Yeah.
all of his friends turned their backs on him completely in a 180. No one stood up for him, and everyone's like, "Oh, well, he's being really silent about it. That's an admission of guilt." No, it takes time to put together your thoughts and do it
Yeah, to put together a defense that will
right.
hold.
He has to make sure it's airtight. But the Slazo situation, it was hard because Quite accused Slazo of it. He quite believed the accuser of Slazo, and her name was Shay.
Mm-hmm.
But it's coming back to me faintly. But and everyone's now like, oh, isn't it ironic? Quite, jumped on the bandwagon, and now he's being accused of it. Now he's a rapist, and I'm sitting here like, but he's not. Neither of them technically were they? No, they weren't.
Yeah.
Slazo was a bit more in a sticky situation. Both of them were at fault because she tried to make it seem like he did all of the sexual stuff when that clearly was not the truth. She initiated it. It was both sided. It was both consensual. Some of it was a bit weird. It was cringy. It was like middle school texting. Yes. So just kind of, ugh. But quite was one sided because Orion was the one who initiated anything sexual or anything like that, or like kissing, hugging, all of it, because he was nervous. He was sexually nervous. He was a virgin still, and he still is. He's nervous, like with that kind of stuff, which he explained in his video, which I watched twice. And it just kind of goes like the technical, like biological female is the one who is the predator in this situation, even though they are now a man and everything like that. It's just it makes me feel fucking like ridiculous. It makes me feel like there is no room for men to express a voice if they got wronged by a woman for no fucking reason.
Well, I kind of want to twist that argument, not against it or anything, but it's impossible to just have a defense for something unless it's like instant. You know what I mean? Like you have 5 seconds to put out a video discrediting, debunking, receipts, everything, blah
Mm-hmm.
blah blah blah, or else people are just not gonna believe you. And even if you do that, and even if the video makes sense and like logically defunks all the statements in the claim, it doesn't matter because there are still some of those diehard people that are like, well, actually, I don't believe you.
Yeah, that's still
And
gonna
it's just,
happen. That's always gonna happen. So people still think Power Cynical assaulted a 16-year-old boy, and for even though they have never seen each other in real life, not a single time. And the person who accused Power Cynical always says, "Oh, I got groomed." Well, how? Uh, 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 uh,
yeah, I remember watching the
yeah, it's
video.
fucking
And
cringe.
whenever Keemstar was trying to be like source, he's like, I made it the fuck up.
I don't even get to start on.
It came to me
I
in a
don't even get
dream.
started on fucking Keemstar. The fuck is dating a woman half his age?
I do want to bring Keemstar into this
I
real quick. He ties into the pyrocynical
I
thing.
guess.
So I think it was like a long while
It's like
ago.
4 or 5 years ago.
Um, Keemstar called out pyrocynical for dating a underage French, or I think it was a French girl. I think it was like 16 at the
Mm-hmm.
time, right? But as he kept covering the story, he he very subtly changed the age to 15, to 14, and then to 13.
And then look at the irony of Keem being like, what, 40, 41, and dating like a 19 to 20-year-old? Like,
Like I I get at that age, like at that age range, like everything within legal limits. Don't put words into my mouth. Is fair game, but it's still kind of in bad taste. You know what I
Keemstar
mean?
is a piece of shit. We all know that. But it's best not to
Yeah,
talk.
the fucking human
It's not.
gnome.
It's not the best to talk about him because I just don't like to talk about him. Um, I don't know. Don't like it. It's when you talk about shit like this, right? You can only give your perspective from a man because none of us here are fucking women. Ugh, that's why we simply are just douche-cast. Ugh. Sorry, I was flexing. Um,
Just flexing in my mirror real quick after he said we're the douche-cast. Oh my god.
you just you kind of just you can sympathize when a guy has to go through something like this. You can't ever be in his shoes, and you pray to God you're never going to be in his shoes, but you can sympathize, you can send him your love and support, and that's about it. You can defend his name to best you can, and I honestly hope to God that you can. I personally think this episode is more of an men nowadays kind of have it a bit more unfair when it comes to being like when it comes to accusations or men's feelings in general. They're just not validated. They don't matter. And as much as this episode is about YouTubers and the YouTuber drama and all that kind of shit. You know, and their little
I guess it kind of ties in.
in a lot of ways, yes, because quite it got exposed that he had some very dark times in his life that he did not want to tell people about, which Orion also leaked. Orion leaked his face. Orion leaked his depressional episodes. You know, the things he'd been feeling, things he wanted to keep private. That, like, when you just he basically just got his heart shown to the world for nothing, for just because he decided to stop being friends with someone who wasn't a good friend.
Yeah, it's absolutely ludicrous what information can get leaked out of that shit, especially with the biocynical situation.
Dylan, are you okay?
Yeah, I just don't know much on the subject. However, I do know like a small story that's related to this. If you guys want me to share.
Yeah, man. Whatever gets you more into the episode. Even kind of Silent Hill lately.
What did you just call me? No, I'm kidding. Saul wanted to bring up his Rex Orange County.
Oh, isn't that a musician?
Yes, he is probably my favorite musician of all time. Yeah, not to brag, but I was in his top 0.1% of listeners on Spotify. So get.
Not to brag, but I write his Meet the Hardest.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyways, British man, extremely talented. Like actually, like he's insanely talented. Like sings piano, violin, saxophone, dabbles in percussion, goated at guitar. He's amazing. He's been extremely successful.
God damn, bro's a one-man band.
He got famous, I believe, from Tyler the Creator because he got featured on some songs, and then.
Oh yeah, I actually listened to that song where it's like, where he goes like, find some time to do some things.
Boredom.
Yeah.
Solid song, and then he
It's a pretty
released
good
his
song.
first album in 2017, and I believe he was like 16 or 17. He's really young, but super successful. But
Thought you were about to say he's really old now. Like fuck. Like holy shit, wrinkly old man. Put you into a fucking retirement home, then release your albums.
anyways, I'm gonna try and shorten the story. Like, my gosh, he released his last album early last year. Pretty fire, not gonna lie. And he did a tour that summer, I believe, came through here. I wasn't able to see him, which really sucked. And then he did obviously a tour in Europe as well because he's British. But he was in, I don't know if it's Germany or he was somewhere, and he suddenly put out a post that he could no longer continue the tour because of, I believe it was mental health problems or just life problem. Like it was too much, which makes sense because he did an American and European tour consecutively.
Yeah, I was gonna say a back-to-back tour will fuck you.
And it was like there was a lot of shows. Like it wasn't just L.A., Las Vegas,
like Kansas, then New York.
Right? Yeah, it wasn't just like these huge venues. It was all over the place, man. So, and I was like, man, that sucks for Europe. And he's like, I'm still gonna do my last show in London, I think it was, which was pretty baller of him. Then he took a break and he was pretty silent after that. I think a couple months later he released a single, sounded like Ed Sheeran. I didn't really like it. And then a little while later, there's like rumors and stuff going on. And then the allegations came out that he had countless acts of sexual assault against I believe it was a 16-year-old girl. I think it was a fan or just somebody sort of knew.
So pretty much the bread and butter when it comes to allegations. Like no, it's like not to make light of the situation, but like
let's face it, boys. Any guy that's famous has probably had an allegation against him. It's just the way it is.
And so he was just like instantly shut down by like all his fans. Obviously, it's pretty much the same as you guys were saying. Like as soon as it popped up on social media, people immediately took the victim side and responded so much.
Hate train.
Yeah, like they didn't wait to give a response publicly. They just added onto the weight onto him, and so that went on for a while. And there's supposed to be a trial. This was back in like October, I believe it was, that these came out, and then Rex released a statement about it, like, obviously I didn't do anything, but I understand and acknowledge that these allegations are a thing. There's going to be a trial held in January.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he was like apologizing to his fans about the whole situation and everything like that. Trial was never held because I believe December they were dropped. Uh,
The
yes,
charges?
the
Ah,
allegation, there wasn't even any charges yet. They couldn't find any charges because nothing happened. It was all completely made up.
this is just a giant nothing burger.
Like, no, actually, like it was that bad. Um,
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
uh, so yeah, that was a pretty bad one. And dude, I was so scared. I was like, "There's no way he did that." Uh,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, like it's something people actually do. I'm like, I just really hope not, because I'll have to throw away all my freaking vinyls. Uh, yeah, that was kind of a bad one, and it was just
That's like
fully lies, misinformation.
it's like when Kanye started going insane. It's like, do you really have a graduation album on your wall? It's like, oh.
Pretty much.
Yeah, you start thinking, just like,
But
oh, sorry.
Oh my god.
oh, do you want to go?
Yeah, yeah. It's just when you take into these types of things, like, of course, anyone that ever listens to this, don't think that we're just immediately saying hate the victim or something like that or some stupid shit like that. Obviously, you weren't paying attention. No, it's the case that if the victim accuses someone, of course we want evidence first. If you want to come out against someone and just say something, evidence, evidence, evidence is always the key. Maybe getting the word out and then getting the evidence, sure, but evidence is always key, and you'll get your support. But it's also important to support the victim, but also remain kind of neutral, unless the shit they provided is like video evidence, concrete, absolute.
Like
Like
4K.
if it's absolutely undeniable, like irreproof, like it cannot be irreversible or anything like that, proof, then of course, why wouldn't we? But if it's some cracks in it, if there's some leaps in logic, everything like that, it's very obvious that we gotta wait for the next statement. That's
Yeah,
the theme for all of these.
it's not fair to immediately take one side and absolutely hate on the other and publicly make statements about it to worsen it for the other person,
Like
and then it, you know,
Mm-hmm.
like
just
the
ride the
fucking
hate train.
like the fucking Quite situation, man. Like I saw the shit start to trend on TikTok. I'm like, oh my god, no fucking shot. Because people, I didn't even. No one would tell me like what the fuck it was on TikTok. They would all just say, "Oh, I'm disappointed. Oh, oh, I always knew he was this." No, you didn't. You don't.
Parasocial relationship
Yeah, and
shit.
it's always that. Oh, I always knew he was this kind of person. No, you didn't. That kind of stuff. Like you always want to assume the worst of people because you want to seem like you knew ahead of time or you have some kind of inside
It'll
information
make
because you want
yourself
to
look good.
you want people to like everybody wants to benefit from shit like this. When it comes to false allegations, the only person who's benefiting is the accuser and the people who are riding the dicks of the accuser. Okay, that is the only thing that comes out of that.
It's sad to talk
Mm-hmm.
about, but it's just kind of like addressing those issues, and so many people address those issues. But I mean, if we had a fan base just like them, we would probably just get shut down. That's just how it is now.
If we had a fan base, dude, I would immediately make sure I had no socials in my Discord. I'd make sure that my last name is always hidden from anything. I'd
But
make
it's
sure
it's
my
bad
face.
enough. It's bad enough just saying that.
I know that's like
Like,
one thing that sucks is that I cannot be public with the person I am if I ever had a platform because I know what's gonna happen. I know someone's gonna do something. Someone's gonna try to find something when I said when I was 13 when I probably said the N word somewhere because I probably did because I was a piece of shit or I said something sexist or something else that's racist because I was a piece of shit kid who always thought it was funny to do that kind of shit.
Bro is just spilling all the
I'll
beans
spill
right
my
now.
beans because it's true. Because this is the type of shit that happens. People make mistakes, and some are, some are
Mm-hmm.
forgivable, some are not. It's very clear.
Mini legend. Anyways.
Dine, dine hell.
But
It's some.
sorry.
No, I'm almost finished though. But it's stuff like that. You have to get the entire picture before you just start to make assumptions. Otherwise, you are just absolutely a piece of shit, and everybody knows you are.
Mm-hmm. And something about, well, this entire argument, honestly, is oh fuck, it was right there. God damn it. It's right there.
Do you guys
Damn it.
remember Dream's face reveal?
Dweem.
That
Bro
was
got that. Bro had that like fucking dun 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 dun
oh
dun
my
type of
God.
Damn,
fucking
my
jawline
thoughts just got zapped
Bro
from my
chose the
brain.
most atrocious angle of all time.
on. Isn't he gay?
Probably. I don't freaking know, dude.
No clue.
I don't know. I haven't heard anything about Dream ever since his face reveal. Like I don't know what it did,
Oh
but
yeah.
his like career just like fucking bombed after that. I don't know why. Anyways, Brendan, putting you on the spot. What were you gonna say?
Oh fuck, I'm still trying to remember. Dude.
Get that hurricane out of here, bro. Shut up.
Hurricane Katrina.
Um,
Yeah, we were talking about men being accused. Remember to listen for both sides, proper evidence.
Besides from,
Fucking
nope.
dementia-ridden brain.
Brendan Fraser
But-
won Best Actor for the Oscars, by the way.
Yeah, he did. I
He did.
personally,
Oh, was that?
here's my
That
yeah. He
happened?
won an Oscar.
Yeah.
Here's
Oh,
my
nice.
quick
Good
2-minute
for him.
rundown. I think Everything Everywhere All at Once was rigged to win because of diversity. Is it racist? Probably. Did I think some of the actors deserve it? Yeah. Did I think the movie deserved as many Oscars as it got? No.
Really?
No.
Yeah, I heard, and when I say I heard, it was from a TikTok.
Mm.
But uh, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, or whatever the hell the name is in competition for one of the Lord of the Rings movies for awards.
Which yeah, that'd be the
in terms of nominations. and
that would
awards.
be the Return of the King, because the Return of the King got nominated for 11 Oscars, and guess how many Oscars it won? 11.
Yeah, they won all 11.
Damn.
Oscars, bro.
It literally holds the record for the.
Bro went flawless in the
It honestly did.
Oscars.
It holds the record. It holds the record for literally taking the entire cake, dude. It fucking beat everyone out. It opened their assholes, chewed them up, and spit them out, bro.
Okay.
Good lord!
The Lord of the.
Did not expect that.
That's
one.
just the film, though. You also have to imagine how the actors themselves who took the Oscars as well. The Lord of the Rings dominated, but that's just my 2 cents. Is like, I don't think the film is anywhere near as deserving as that. I'm sure it's a good film, but I feel like other films, like The Batman, of course, that came out, that was a good fucking film. I think it deserves some.
So, or
Avatar
like
way
Top
o-
Gun.
Top Gun,
No,
fucking
Avatar.
Avatar, like, dude, like, it's just
Like Avatar went into the cinematics.
VFX.
department,
It won in
but that's about it.
VFX.
One VFX.
Or
All Quiet on the
VFX.
Western Front won in cinematography, which is absolutely fair in my opinion.
I
But
think so too. I
Top
think
Gun, Avatar: Way of Water also would have been amazing picks for that,
I
and
th-
Batman.
I think the Batman should have won. What is it for music?
Best original score.
That that's
It was kind of surprising that All Quiet on the Western Front got it, just because it wasn't. I don't know. I don't remember there being any.
It was in fact all quiet on the Western Front. There was no.
It was a
music.
lot of quietness and a lot of just like like intense chords, and I mean the main theme was like pretty sheeshing on the beat, if you ask me. But compared to like the other nominations and stuff, or like the Batman, I don't know. It was interesting. It did win Best International Film, Best Cinematography, Best Original Score, and I think there's one other. Which, I mean, dude, good for them. That's sick. A German film winning that many awards, like,
once
Yeah,
once
that
we're
goes
actually done with this, I'm gonna go watch it on Netflix.
like tonight.
Yeah,
It's pretty intense, dude. To anyone who hasn't seen it, it is
well,
intense. I thought like
I'm
it's
ready to
like,
die, so you know I'm ready for an intense film.
Saving Private Ryan intense.
You could hear the enthusiasm in his voice.
Ooh boy.
So excited.
God,
Oh,
it's a
back-
good movie, dude.
Back on
Oh my
topic. We gotta
God.
go back on topic besides the Oscars.
Why can't we just
Yeah.
switch to this topic? This is so much more positive than the other one. God, I
We'll
feel
finish-
depressed.
let's-
That's why I didn't
let's-
talk, dude. It's so depressing.
Let's at least finish out on the pyrocynical one, then we'll go back to the Oscars.
Why?
Because Brendan had an entire thing prepared, okay? Let him get his notes out. Let him fucking, put a corkscrew in his brain and pull it out real quick, okay?
So
I'll play Clash
Like,
Royale.
The
You're a
thing with
bitch.
like all of the
Kill
other
yourself.
cancels and allegations with YouTubers and shit, it's there's always been leaks of like mental health or depressive episodes or
Minilad was
whatever. But
depressed, so
bro,
he needed titties.
could you imagine having your kinks get leaked? I would
Dude.
cry.
Can,
I would cry and then hang myself. I do not know
I
about
will
you.
never tell another living goddamn soul my kinks are. Fuck that,
Hell
dude.
no. Nope. Nope. That is
I'm not gonna
that is
lie.
some fucking Necronomicon forbidden book of all eternity
I
type
think I'd
shit.
be fine if mine were exposed because I don't think I have any.
How do you know? You literally don't know, dude.
But like if I just think of things,
Like
there's just nothing.
Well, you've never done it before. You don't know.
um okay, so before I
Kill
say this,
yourself.
Dylan,
I plan on it.
do you know why I brought this up?
Cause it's pyrocynical.
Yes, but bro, it was released that he was into fat porn, fart porn, gore porn, and a bunch of
Specifically,
other
fat
shit.
furry fart
Oh.
porn. Okay, that's the full
Oh.
combo.
Yeah, and
Oh.
dude, oh, I love him to death. He was just like one of my favorite YouTubers. But oh my god, the DMs.
Dude.
Lordy.
There's this one, and I'm pretty sure I'm quoting this. Belches into your mouth. And like inflates your stomach or some
What?
shit. It is so unbelievably
Or like
bizarre.
eating thoughts. And
But
I remember there was a video of, because it got leaked, what he said to the person and everything, which was fat furry roleplay. It was like, I eat your scrum. The dude said it in like a British voice, the entire thing, and it was terrible to listen to.
oh, Colossal is crazy.
Just
I
like,
know who you're talking about.
I eat up your scrum.
Rubs my belly all over your
Yoda
face.
Terrible.
But yeah, dude, I wouldn't even know what to do. I say that's a worse code. That's like a worse code than the boys group chat getting released. Like that is some insanity. And the fact that, well, like, not to keep poking fun at Pyrocynical, but entrusting and RPing someone with someone like that and just putting blind faith into the well.
It was, so basically, Dylan, to sum up Pyrocynical for the one who just is playing Clash of Clans in the audience. Pyrocynical did some fat furry roleplay with someone who was 15 at the time. He never confirmed their age. He was 19 at the time. It was all roleplay. It was both consensual on both sides. They kind of became friends, and
Oh,
it went
yeah.
on until the person was 16. After that, they kind of stopped talking, and eventually, when the person turned like 18, and Pyrocynical, I believe, was like 21, 21, 22, somewhere around
22.
there. They then quote unquote exposed Pyro for grooming and something like that, and like trying to get them to fly, like Pyro trying to fly them out to like do some stuff to them, which was proven false, and false, because Pyrocynical is a fucking G who knows how to defend himself.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I was just about to give Pyro massive props for just facing the
Bro,
music.
like,
Just like, well, I'm already this
bro got
far. Might as well make my case
he got
undefensible.
blasted by the sun, and he turned around and fucking farted right back at the sun because he didn't give a damn. Even if it would have burned his ass, he knew what he was doing. All right, he turned around, he turned it all around, and he shit on all of them. And everybody had a complete turn except for Turkey Tom. Fuck you, Turkey Tom. Anyways,
Who the fuck is Turkey
Some-
Tom? And why are you beefing with this
some
Birdman?
stupid motherfucker who's like popular now because he got popular off of riding Pyro's dick about saying that he's guilty. Even after Pyro made his like comeback
Oh.
video.
So
Yeah.
one of those. Yeah, that's really fucking annoying. He should not prosper.
But anyways,
But yeah, it's also I was just thinking about this now when I was saying over the whole Pyro controversy. How alarmingly quick people respond to drama. You know what I mean? Like, I get it's part of the human brain, neurons firing, entertainment happening, must watch or must interact or whatever. But it backfires for so many people every single time. And it's like a monkey discovering fire. He's like, no, bird finger. No, bird finger again. He was like, "What did you expect to happen?" Oh, burn my finger again. What? You know what I
Winking.
mean? Like you can only burn yourself so many times before you gotta start questioning the man who's putting his hand in the
On peop
campfire.
But quick thing. Do you want to keep talking about the pyrocynical thing? Is there anything more we can do to go more in depth about it?
Um, no, I mean I was gonna do the Keemstar thing, but we already kind
I
of capped
fucking
on
hate Keemstar, so I'm good.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone does. You're not special.
Fuck that bitch. Anyways, so the only what is it? So Return of the King Return of the King is famous for its record breaking because it won all of the awards it was nominated for. For example, Titanic got nominated for 14 Oscars but only won 11 of them. So that's why Return of the King holds that record. And then Ben-Hur, which is from 1959, also won 11 Oscars but got nominated for 12. West Side Story, won 10 but lost 1, so nominated again. Everywhere All at Once got nominated for 11, but as far as I can tell, only won 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 or 5 Oscars, so it didn't rival it or anything like that, like the Return of the King. Return of the King is still the unequivocal fucking goat when it comes to winning all of its fucking Oscar nominations.
That's why he's the
The
goat.
goat!
No!
But yeah, it's insane to think that a movie went flawless in the Oscars.
Yeah, it won Best Picture, Best Director for Peter Jackson, Best Writing / Adapted Screenplay, Best Film Editing, Art Direction, Set Direction, Costume Design, Makeup, Music Original Score and Song, Sound Mixing, and Visual Effects.
Get 3 crowned, idiot. Let's go.
Dude, stop playing fucking cock and get back on the podcast.
It's Clash Royale.
It's 40. We're even back on the Oscars.
Yeah, we're fucking talking about the Oscars.
I don't care about everything everywhere all at once, okay? I really don't. I'm sorry. Yeah, sure, it might have been a good movie. It did not deserve that many awards. I'm glad Kehu Kwan, I probably butchered that, won the Best Supporting Actor. That I felt like was deserved. I hate that award shows diss and just completely don't acknowledge superhero movies whatsoever, no matter where they're from.
Or animated movies. Animated movies don't get acknowledged at fucking all.
There's an animated award. I can't remember what it went to, but
it's a total fucking.
yeah, they're
Also,
just like
Jamie Lee
cool.
Curtis won an Oscar as well.
She can kill herself. She can kill herself. I'm not even joking about that.
Jesus.
I'm not kidding.
Does this person kick dogs
Pretty
professionally?
much.
What? Wait,
No.
seriously?
She's super liberal and just super annoying and gay.
Okay.
Oh, and by the way, when I meant really, I didn't mean I think she actually kicks dogs.
She
I just
probably
didn't
does.
realize
I'm
that
not
she was
even
that
lying,
much of
dude.
a humongous prick.
Just take one good look at her. She probably does.
Dylan just popping off against Jamie Lee Curtis.
Hold up,
God,
I gotta see this. I've never seen Dylan.
You
so
know
much.
who Jamie Lee
What was her
Curtis
name?
is because if you've seen any of the Halloween movies, you know who she is. Because that's how she got famous. Is
She
from
just
the.
thinks she's all that, and she sucks. She's not a good
Oh,
actress
her.
at all. I don't care
okay.
if you were in Knives Out.
It was
I don't care if you were in the
I-
first
So
one. You
it was
sucked.
Kehu Kwan and Michelle Yeoh. I am happy that both of them, I believe both of them won Oscars. I am really
Yes.
happy that they did. I'm also happy that Brendan Fraser won one because I feel like The
Yes.
Whale was a phenomenal film.
That is a very intense
Bro
role
has
to pull
The
off.
Whale?
best comeback
Dude.
of all time.
Like, oh my god, The Whale also won Best Makeup at the Oscars, by the way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Wakanda Forever got best costume design, which deserved. Absolutely.
Wait, Curtis got an Oscar?
Yeah, she got
I remember.
best supporting actress.
Not to sidetrack what y'all are talking about, but I'm not really too much of a fan of the Halloween movies. Like I tune in every once in a while.
I
You know
mean,
what
there's
I mean?
like 90 of them, and
I
they're all
remember-
kind of just mid as fuck.
Pretty much.
I remember watching the one that she the trailer of the one that she's in, and she said 3 lines, and I thought to myself I could already tell that you are just gonna be absolutely goofy throughout this entire
she is.
film. I could already tell you don't have a lot of acting experience. Even if you do, it's probably gone nowhere.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not very passionate about her I don't hold her in any distaste or
Yeah, I'm
anything.
not really either.
But
If you haven't been able to tell.
So
I want her to die. I want her to die.
So the best pictures that got nominated were All Quiet on the Western Front, Everywhere All at Once, Elvis, which I kind of disagree with, Avatar: The Way of Water, Top Gun, Triangle of Sadness, something called Tar, Women Talking, The Fablemans, and The Banshee of Inisherin.
Y'all keep nerding about movies. I need to piss.
For the best actor thing,
I'm sorry.
my second pick honestly would have been Austin Butler, just because of his commitment to the role.
I know I can understand his commitment, but it doesn't mean it was a good performance. Okay, I just didn't
No,
like
that's what the commitment to the role means. Is like
he
performed
was
well.
committed to the role, right? He like, because I know he talked in the accent and everything outside of all of it. I know he was committed, but his performance for me just wasn't the best. I feel like it could have been better. That's just me personally. Dylan just wants to fucking choke me.
No, I just say that's
Okay.
That's kind of
So when it comes to animated feature films, right? There were 5 movies nominated: Marcel, The Shell with Shoes On, Turning Red, The Sea Beast, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, and then Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Guess which one
Guillermo
won?
del Toro's Pinocchio one.
Yeah, I feel like Puss in Boots should have won. That was amazing.
Dude, that's a pretty close matchup.
I guess.
Not gonna lie, because Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio apparently is pretty good. Disney's Pinocchio, live action with Tom Hanks,
I'm back.
can
So,
snap its own neck.
it looks like music went to Natu Natu, which I believe is a foreign film at the Oscars
Which
instead
is
of.
probably why it won.
So sound though, the Batman, Avatar, Top Gun, Elvis, and All Quiet on the Western Front got nominated, but the Top Gun
Oh.
Maverick won.
Oh yeah, that's what Top Gun won. Dude,
And
those
then
are all amazing picks though. Like that.
Makeup and hairstyling, All Quiet, Batman, Black Panther, Elvis, and The Whale. The Whale ended up winning. I feel like
What?
that
What? What
because
makeup? Huh?
Brendan Fraser had to wear a fat suit on top of being heavy as well.
Colin Farrell.
I mean, it technically counts.
Technically, that does count, and it was blended pretty seamlessly in my opinion. But Colin Farrell was pretty good though.
Also, speaking on that Elvis movie, I remember watching the trailer like 30 times on YouTube. It would come up non-fucking
Yeah.
stop. Second it came out, I haven't heard a word
I mean,
since.
it made a decent amount of money. It made like $150 in the box office right off the bat.
$150.
$150 million. There you go.
That is a lot of fucking money, dude.
Yeah,
$150.
maybe in the
man.
20s.
If you had $150, you'd be pretty happy too. Okay.
Oh, wait, hold on. What? Oh, wait, I want to see what you guys would do with this. Imagine making a movie that you think is gonna be fire, right? Put millions upon millions of dollars, and you only make $150.
Killing it at the box office. You know,
Yeah, oh god.
Oh boy, I can't wait to hit the grocery store
that
twice.
$150. No, not even twice. That's like half. That doesn't even pay for an entire grocery shopping trip for my family. It's like $300 to feed my family, bro.
Yeah, dude, grocery prices are insane.
But so this episode turned out to be about YouTuber drama and about the Oscars a little bit, because I feel like me and Dylan are in the shared opinion that the Oscars are really fucking rigged.
Most award shows are.
Oh, 100%. I'm in that site as well. I don't even
Like,
watch them.
of course I don't. And speaking of other awards, have you guys heard about shit about the streamer awards?
I remember that no one cared.
I've seen a
this year.
couple videos about.
So let me give a
like,
quick little
something.
rundown. So first off, Sweet Anita was an interviewer, and if you don't know, Sweet Anita has Tourette's, so she's already gonna be
She
fucking
was an
funny.
interviewer.
She kept interviewing people, and he's like,
Oh,
"So I have a question to ask you. How's your dick? How's your dick? How's your dick?" And I'm just like, "This is good. This is whoever put her here, perfect. That is her. He was hilarious. Okay, she could literally say whatever she wanted, and it could just be blamed on Tourette's, but she was just funny, really, really funny." The streamer awards, a bunch of people won, yada yada yada. The big drama from it was, do you know who Minx is, or Jesta Minx, or whatever the fuck her name is, the Irish bitch?
Yeah,
So-
that's the one with like the really thick makeup, which looks nice. I'm just saying. It
Yeah,
looks thick.
and who like got famous off of Jay Schlatt's dick. Yes. I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
her.
She
No, quite literally, yes.
after the the
That's
after
what I'm
party and
thinking.
everything, she promised that she would not get drunk in the after party because she has a drinking problem. To Cutie Cinderella, who's the person who hosts the streamer awards, she got so drunk that she ended up causing property damage and had to get an ambulance and everything because I guess she had a seizure as well.
Nice.
Oh,
And
Jesus
she
Christ.
literally said, "I'm so sorry. Whatever I can do to apologize." And Cutie Cinderella said, "Pay like the $50,000 deposit or like things for like to fix everything, and then maybe we can be
Jeez.
something like that." So it's pretty evident she has a drinking problem. But yeah, that's the big drama from what I can tell.
Wait, wait. So when Mink's like, is there any way I can make it up to you? Did she cause $50,000 in property
I'm pretty sure
damage?
that's just how much it cost to throw the after party. She just ruined the party. I think it's one of the
Oh, okay. I was about to say, holy fuck, she went on a
I think this is
rampage.
one of those
Burns
situations where
down the
like
house.
she went above and beyond to like make if you want to like you want to say you're sorry, do this because obviously you're not gonna do that because you're not sorry. Otherwise you wouldn't have done it in the first place. Because
Hmm.
Cutie Cinderella has been going through a lot of shit, man. Like being honest, I don't know if you guys have seen it, like the porn that was made about her, like
Oh, the fucking
the
AI
deep fake
porn?
porn. This
Yeah, Pokemon went through that shit
Pokemon's been going
too.
through that probably for a long ass time, dude. Let's be honest.
Probably.
Um, it's just Cutie actually popped the bubble about it, and then Cutie Cinderella constantly kept getting fucking swatted for like a year straight. Like even though the police had their number and knew that they were streamers and knew that they were fake, she literally saw one of like her like roommates and best friends had a gun pointed to him about him to get shot to his head for and that kind of shit. She got like death threats from that kind of shit on the daily from the cops. Like
Jesus Lord.
PTSD type shit. If a helicopter was flying over, she thought they were getting swatted. That like
Mm,
this woman has been going through it for no fucking reason.
that is fucking
But
Anyways,
horrible.
that's
Streamer
just
Awards got a little silly. The only thing I heard from it is that Meat Canyon got, I think, best animation or something like that, which is highly deserved.
Deserved. 100%.
100%, dude. That man is insane.
You're a sweet man.
What?
I think Meat Canyon is mid.
You're mid. All right.
I think Meat Canyon is mid.
Anyways, did you guys know that John
we,
Legend
we,
had
we have
an
the
EGOT?
Hmm.
the fuck is an
It's
ego?
pretty much when you have an award from like every award show. Emmys,
So
Grammys,
okay.
Hey.
Oscars, and Tonys.
So basically, try
Hey,
harder.
speaking of awards, you guys want to know the only two people to ever
Why are
win?
you so loud?
I don't know. You want to know the only two people
Oh.
to ever win a lifetime award at the Kids' Choice Awards? One was Optimus Prime in 2023, and the other one was Dan Schneider.
Oh, that age like milk.
hmm He pretty much gifted himself that award back in like 2013, I think.
Did you say the Kids' Choice Awards, the Nickelodeon show?
Yeah, the
Is
Nickelodeon
that
kids.
still happening, dude?
Oh yeah, it happens all the time.
Oh my god.
The one where they used to
Nice.
slime people.
It's crazy that they're still going.
They
Mhm.
should just stop, dude. It's just not even funny.
As
at this
long
point.
as they make kid content, I guess.
Stop using JoJo Siwa, bro. Just stop.
What? Okay.
That's what Disney did for years, dude.
No, that's
all,
fair.
like, when
That's fair. Disney did do that for years. I hated seeing her face.
like the prime time of me watching Nickelodeon and like the Kids' Choice Awards early on, it was always her. I swear to God, I wanted to die.
The only reason I watched the Kids' Choice Awards was when Jesse ended, and then I just switched
Yeah, I was
channels.
just kind of like on, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'll stay for a little bit, and then I was like, I'm gonna go not do this.
I was a huge
So-
fan of a show called Kickin' It that I loved. It's a martial arts show.
Is that that
Kicking It was
animated
decent.
one?
No, it was a live action TV
Oh,
show.
it was a live action. Never mind.
It was about a martial arts studio called Bobby Wasabi, which was based off of a dude who like it's a dude from like the 80s or something like that. I can't remember his name. He looked like a fucking idiot. And he always thought he
Okay.
was like he always
How fondly remember.
he thought he was like this big badass, kind of like Chuck Norris and like Bruce Lee and all that kind of shit, but he wasn't. He was just a huge pussy who talked a big game and then would probably get his ass beat. All he knew was like judo or something like that. And the show was made after a guy named Bobby Wasabi, who was like a parody of him or something like that. think his name is Steve. I can't remember his fucking name. He had like a really like what was the kind of mustache? Like it goes from down like the top of your lips all the way down, and then it's
Handlebar.
shaved.
Goatee.
Yeah, like he had a handlebar, and everything, and it was like a biker stash and all that kind of shit. All he knew was like judo or something. Anyways, the show was really good because the beginning intro was like really last, like it was really like loud action. It was like everything. It was really really good show. And I love it.
Child overstimulation.
Fuck yeah, dude.
As every 2000
Me and
show
Colin
had.
watched that shit to the death, man. It was awesome.
Well, anyways,
Jump
shout out
up the
Yeah,
wall.
Jesse was my major piece of cinema.
It was
for
okay.
Disney.
shout out to Kicking It and Jesse, and actually no, shout out to none of the award shows, but shout out to Brendan Fraser, W, absolute W,
Shout out to none of the award shows. I hate you all.
Fuck every word. Okay, I am of
and
course
shout
like.
out to Men. That's all.
We do have to clarify though, like Everywhere All at Once obviously deserved at least one or two of its awards. Okay, didn't deserve probably as many as it got, but I am glad
It just proves more that the show's rigged.
it does feel like it's rigged. I feel like the actors more deserved it than the actual movie itself.
Yeah.
Although I remember I was talking with a coworker about this, about how they think the movies themselves should be getting awards, not the actors. No one cares about the actors. It's all about the movies themselves. The
actors make the movie,
and the
though.
movie and
Somewhat.
the music and everything make it as well, because it kind of has to go hand in hand. It was just someone I was talking to about it, and it kind of made sense to me. Like
Yeah.
you should be critiqued for the entire movie, not just the actors' one performance, because it could have shitty music, but the actors' performance could be outstanding or something like that.
That's probably why they have separate awards.
Yeah.
How about you die?
And I know some award shows actually have awards for like editorial and post-production stuff, which is really nice because, dude, that stuff is insane.
Very considerate. That shit takes a long
I hope The
while.
Last of Us can win an award or two. Can TV shows win
Probably
awards?
will. I don't
Didn't Breaking
I
Bad
don't
win?
know if the Oscars or the Emmys do.
Yeah, I think Breaking Bad won one or
Tony's
two.
might.
Sorry, I gotta look this up now. America. Yeah.
Might just be posting blasphemy and deceit.
You might just
but
be
Possibly.
posting, misinformation on the internet, as you.
My
But I
favorite
mean, I
activity.
think we've concluded a lot of things, a lot of random things. It'll be interesting.
You gotta see this fact real
Trying
quick.
to it'll be interesting trying to find a title for this, but we've reached our hour
Okay,
mark. So
just for a quick
okay,
thing, Breaking Bad has been nominated for 248 awards and has won 92.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I mean, that was over
So,
60.
Breaking Bad is good. You should watch it.
Yeah, it won the 3D Creative Arts Award and American Cinema Editors Awards as well. That come from there, whatever the frick that means.
just
Oh,
means that it was good.
also, just one thing I want to add about Breaking Bad. You can watch Breaking Bad, then Better Call Saul. But if you want a really good experience, Better Call Saul, then Breaking
American
Bad.
Film Institute Awards. It won like all 2008, 10, 11, 12, and 13. It won Television Program of the Year. Like 5 of those. So yeah, it did.
So that's a decent show. At least
There
a
are.
6.
Oh yeah, they won a few Emmys as well. Yes. For like most outstanding TV show or like.
Oh, so it was
outs-
the Emmys. I had it. Never mind.
Yeah, it is the Emmy. There's also Critics' Choice Awards and a bunch of other shit. Edgar Allan Poe Award got nominated for that, but never won. That's stupid. Edgar Allan Poe was a fucking goofy dude.
He was just the old emo
He
rapper.
literally married his 13-year-old cousin. Bro was weird.
Oh, woe is me. My wench hath tooketh off to another man.
There's also the fact that Edgar Allan Poe is just stupid because that's a stupid ass name.
Dang.
Yeah. I
Also,
agree. What is
facts-
he gonna do? Cancel
Quick
us? He's
fact
dead.
today, I didn't know this, but apparently ravens can talk.
Yeah, have you not seen the
No,
videos?
I've never looked up videos of ravens talking.
Dude, ravens and crows are deceptively smart
Yeah.
creatures. They are honestly, it is super
But
fascinating.
yes,
Like, it's like my favorite.
we
bird,
have hit our
crows.
hour mark though. So good job, boys. Good job. Didn't think we were gonna do that.
Easy
All right.
go.
Thank you to anyone who listened. This was a really weird ass episode.
Oh, Dylan, do you want to announce something?
No. I
No?
do not.
No, not
No.
about
No.
the. What if
No.
there's a
Post-production.
some-
Post-production!
No.
You calm down. You got the fuck down.
all right. Have a good day. Bye. 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 Bye.
Oh, bye. Jeez.
Goodbye.
fuck Jamie Lee Curtis, bro. Oh my god.